So my friends, if you are here, that means you are interested in Planetside 2, what it is and so on and so forth. So I'll do my best to explain everything you need to know to get started. So at first you need to get the game. So this game takes up about 13 gigabytes of your hard drive, so be sure to have that space. Next thing, you have to have a good PC. My recommendation would be that you have 4 gigabytes of RAM at least, and well, medium range graphics card. Besides that, also you need to have a good CPU, since Planetside 2 is more based on CPU than GPU. Although I might be wrong, but that's how I feel. So having a good CPU will help. Definitely go for 2.4 GHz of quad-core, well, i7 or i5, whatever works for you. And so now all that's left is for you to download the game. I posted a link in this video's description leading you to a place where you can sign up for the game and also after that download it. And so probably you are asking a question, why should I play Planetside and what's special about it? Well, if you compare conventional FPS games to Planetside 2, there are two major differences. First and most obvious is that these servers in Planetside 2 can host up to 6,000 people at once, and 2,000 in each continent. So you can have a lot of good and big massive fights. So that's one reason. And the second one is if you play solo, it will not be as much fun as playing in team. And also, it's not as effective. One man cannot stand against one platoon. So this game enforces you to play in team and big masses. And so let's say you have downloaded the game. Now what? Well, now you have to sign in and launch the game itself. After the game has loaded, you will see this character selection menu. But of course, as a new account, you won't have any characters pre-made. So you have to make one. So just click on the Create Character button and choose whatever you want on your character. As you can see, you have to choose between one of 3 factions. So the thing is, Planetside 2 is one of the rare FPSs that hosts 3 factions instead of 2. So that's even more fun. At least it was for me, and still is. You can read the small description on the side of the selection about each faction. So choose whichever you like. I chose Wanu and never looked back. So as a good Wanu, I want to offer you to join the enlightened and smart people after you have chosen your faction. On the next page, you will see server list. The servers you can see in the video are recommended servers for your faction, which means in this server, for your faction you have chosen, the population was the smallest. Probably now it's bigger, because more people join it. To see all the servers Planetside has to offer, just click a little button that says View all the servers. And after you have chosen your server, now you have to type in the name for your character and choose race and gender. There's also a little tick box on the bottom left corner which says skip tutorial. If you tick this box, it will mean that you will skip this tutorial, which is very informative, and I would recommend you to go through it if you are new to the game. And once you are done with all the selection for your character, just click finish. And if you have unticked the box for skip tutorial, it will mean that first thing you will do in this game will be to go through tutorial. So now you are finally done with your character creation and tutorial. So now you have arrived at Indar, Esmir or Emerish Warp Gate. This is a facility or spawn central which no other faction can capture. So keep in mind that in Warp Gates you can spawn every vehicle you want, unlike in other facilities where you can spawn only basic vehicles. And so let's start maybe with something simple. If you press Alt button, you will switch between game and cursor mode. Game mode being that you can move around and look around with your character, and cursor mode being that you can control little cursor. You can do 3 things with this cursor. If you move it over the extra XP bar, like you see in the video, you can see what types of extra XP you are getting, for example, defense or squad bonus. Next thing is, clicking on your little minimap there, with a right click, you can place squad waypoints, platoon waypoints, personal waypoints or other things that are available for you at that time. And the last thing you can do is enable chat. Basically you can click between different tabs on the chat or start chatting. And so let's move on to the bigger things. Just press escape and we'll get started. And the first thing you'll see is your profile page. In this page you can see leaderboards, your stats, how well you are doing or not, your level, you can equip yourself with boost, you can buy a new boost with station cash which can be bought by real money, and also membership options and what those things do. I mentioned stats. Just click on it. You'll see a lot of different tabs and also selections, which display how well you're doing with certain weapon or certain item. And also under that you see a ribbon. So what is service ribbon? It's basically a little tag that shows how many times you have done certain action. For example, if you go over with your mouse on this thing, you can see how many actions you have to perform to actually earn this ribbon. Some items like a repair tool needs to repair a certain amount of damage to get one ribbon, or certain weapons that only need like 10 kills to get one ribbon. Honestly, these ribbons are basically free XP when you have performed certain actions. Once you earn any ribbon, you receive 250 XP points, or 1 certification point. What are those certs, as we call them, or CP, whatever you want to call it actually? Basically, it's a currency on which you can upgrade or buy new weapons. Every day on first 5 ribbons you receive extra award, which together with whole ribbon amounts to 1000 XP or 4 certs. After you have received all 5 rewards for your ribbons. Next ribbons are set on cooldown. This cooldown you can see when you press tab button. Cooldown is visible on the bottom of the screen. So moving on, there is also another currency called Station Cash, which is applicable to all Sony Entertainment games. But in this game, with Station Cash you can buy all kinds of cosmetics like helmets, camouflages, and different attachments for your vehicles that are not affecting anything, but only the looks of your vehicle or character. You can also buy weapons with Station Cash, but you cannot upgrade anything with Station Cash, so that's where certs come into play. Also, there's a little drop down list on the top right corner which you can add next to your name. Basically those are titles. Once you level up you can add extra title for your name. Next thing, also remember that if you click on your character, on your model there that's standing, when you turn your mouse you can turn it around, so you can look 360 around him. And so now if you look down on the bottom of your screen you can see little buttons, icons, which lead you to different pages you can view. Let's go to the map page. So click on the button which is second from the left side. So now you have opened the map page. You can see different things going on the world. Overall you can see the map itself. On the top left corner you can see the redeploy button, the green button there. This button will start countdown. Of course you can stop it. After the countdown has ended, you'll be able to respawn at any location that is available on the map. Also, redeploy function is available when you press delete button. If you look at bottom left corner, you see instant action button. This button will also engage the countdown, and after the countdown is done, it will drop you in the biggest fight in the continent you are currently on. So that's a great way for you to get into instant action without looking at anything in the map. Now if you look at bottom right corner, you can see a little search bar. This bar is meant to search for different facilities if you don't know where they are exactly located in. Now if you look at top right corner, you can see statistics window. In this window you can see different types of information about the continent you are currently on. For example, how much population is in the world, how much population of that is in your continent, and how much facilities other factions and your faction has. Besides that, there are 3 buttons next to statistics window. Clicking on the middle one will show you different tick boxes which change the appearance of the map. Just play around with them and see which suits you best. I like the influence cloud, but it does not help me at all. And the last button of those 3 buttons will show you the legend of the map. There's also a little help button on top left corner. If you see it, click it and it will tell you everything you need to know about the map. Besides that, there's also a support button, which is located in bottom left corner. If you click it, it will open a new window, which offers you to go back to tutorial and try it again, ask for help in internet, report a bug, or show you the commands you can use in chat. I recommend you to study these commands and remember them, because they are very useful. Now if you look at the bottom right corner, you see the settings button. Click it. It will open settings window. In the first page you see is general. From this page you can change what is appearing on your HUD, what colors are the enemies, and other sensitivities for your mouse. Next you have graphics, in which you can obviously change your graphics settings, then audio and voice options. After that we have key bindings and credits. Appreciate the people who have made this game. So now direct your attention to the buttons on the bottom. Click the one who says classes. It's the one next to map. In this page you can change equipment for your classes individually. You can also open this classes certification page, from which you can buy different abilities and things. And so let's move on to the vehicle page, which is next to classes page. In this page you can do practically the same thing as in classes page. You can change equipment and so on. Also you can try out weapon in the real combat. If you click on the weapon, then press unlock, and on the bottom of the page you opened there's a button called try out. You can try out that weapon for half an hour, and of course this button is on cooldown, so you can't pick up more than just one weapon. Moving on to social page, which is next to vehicle page. In this page you can check out your squad or join a new squad. There is also auto join button on the bottom right corner. Under the social page there is also outfit, friends, voice and chat, notifications and video pages. So be sure to check them out and know how they work. Here's a good recommendation for you. Join outfit as fast as possible. But of course don't be fooled, there are bad outfits. You should join outfit as soon as possible because in outfit people tend to help each other with equipment advices and everything like that. At least that's what we do in KOTV. Next we're gonna move on to the certification page. The button for this page is located next to the social page button. From this page you can view all the certification upgrades and weapons you can buy for all the classes, vehicles, and even squad leader. Going to certification page is the only way you can access squad leader certification items. Here you can buy smokes, rally points, basically everything you need to enhance your squad leader abilities. And the last yellow button next to certification button will lead you to depot page. You might as well call it a shop, because in here you can buy practically anything for everything, besides upgrades of course. Here you can buy boosts, cosmetics, bundles, weapons, everything, besides upgrades as I said before. And remember, if you decide to buy membership or station cash, here you can catch some really good daily offers, which are discounts on different items. But before you get into the fight, I recommend you to get microphone, because playing Planetside without microphone is just terrible. You can't communicate with others properly and in-game commands are just terrible. And since I presume you are a complete noob in this game and you don't know the map, you don't know anything, I would recommend you to join a platoon, where people are actually communicating and directing their troops. So these people will help you to direct you, and eventually you'll get to know the landscape around you, and whole platoon might come and help you with some questions you might have. All you have to do is just ask. And hey, if you liked the video, why not subscribe to my channel and like this video, of course. And if you decided to join Planetside, there's a link down below in the description of this video. Just click on it and you'll be signing on and playing in no time. And just so you know, I'm playing in Woodman server on Wanu Sovereignty, of course. And as a part of Keepers of the Void outfit, I urge you to join it. But if you're not so sure, just go and check out the KOTV homepage, which I also placed in the description of this video.